morning and welcome back to Aviator Float. And this morning I woke up to no air pressure at all on the system, and we know that on this boat the air pressure drives toilets, and so that means all the toilets are not functioning right now. So I'm going to go down and see if the motor spins freely, and if it does, then I know something's wrong with the pump. But I just put a new unloader valve on the pump and it's been working great, so I don't expect that to be the problem. I bet it's the motor, and I bet the motor is shot, and that is not going to be good news. So let's go see. Okay, so we come on back here. This is the air pump that's not working. This will shut off. I'm sure the circuit breaker's turned off. And head back over here. Put my hands back there by the motor. So just what the heck is going on. So I don't feel like it moves very well. Let's see. Okay, that's the pump. So that's my unloader. So that works okay, and I'm seeing the motor turn. So let's go give it another whirl. See what happens. It might be just that motor has a spot on it that's not in its happy place. Let's see. Oop. Nope. Alright, definitely have trouble driving that motor, so we're gonna have to go source a motor. And first thing I'll do though is I'll take the belts off and see if the motor runs without the load of the air pump on it, and if it doesn't, then I definitely know it's shot. Okay, we got the engine out, or the motor. It spins freely, but when I put power to it, it pops the circuit breaker, so there's definitely something internally wrong. Maybe I'll check the capacitor later on or something. But what we did was we rigged up a block and tackle here, 7-to-1 block and tackle, lifted it up out of here over the top of the engine and then downward here. So that's on pause while I try to figure out what motor it is, because somebody painted over all the markings. And then on this one, we're taking apart all the plumbing around it because it is so loose and leaking so much that the unloader assembly isn't catching, so it never starts pressurizing the ship. So it's this guy right here is leaking like crazy, so I'm gonna try to unscrew it, put some more tape and dope on it, tighten it back up again, put Humpty back together, and then we'll see what happens. So to further complicate things, this compressor has died. It's not building pressure anymore. I believe the valves that are in the head here need to be rebuilt, replaced I should say. So I bought a rebuild kit, so now I have to take the head off of the compressor here. So that'll be this next task that we do. Okay, let's go ahead and take the head off here and see what we have. Talking to the folks at Pacific Air Compressors, they sell these Jenny compressors now, and Ian is the guy I'm talking to, service tech, really good guy, super sharp, and he feels like the rebuild kit I bought for the head should solve this problem. We'll see when we get everything off what kind of condition everything's in. Disconnected all the pipes here, a little plumbing to it, so to get these two bolts off we should be able to lift the head off, see what we're looking at. There's hose clamps everywhere here
in the engine room, and you know, the tang for the hose clamp sticks up right where my arm would be to make sure it cuts it. Yes, I did buy those plastic covers, so I remembered I have those. I'll have to fix these. Okay, this comes off. I have to give it a shot here with the mallet. Get a mallet here. That was one thing the YouTube video was not really specific on. There we go. And that was how to get this off. Okay. So let's lift this gently because there are valves in here. Okay. Now we're looking at the pistons down in there. This looks like it's a little crudded up, so yeah. All right. That's good. We made progress. Okay, so I got the head off, and now break this open and take a peek in here. Oh yeah, see, that's pretty gumped up there. Lots of oil, lots of water. That was a lot of rust. That's probably what's going on here. These valves never stood a chance. They're all hanging up. Through fixing this guy up, we're gonna be in great shape. Great shape. Yeah, a lot of water in here. As you would expect with a compressor, you're going to get water, but for a long time this particular compressor did not have a dryer on it that I could see. So last year I put a dryer on it when we were up at Jarrett Bay. Shout out to them too, another great place to have your boat hauled and do work and all. And anyway, Jarrett Bay hooked me up, put some nice dryers in there on both compressors. So anyway, I'm gonna have to send these off, obviously, to get them sandblasted. They're in pretty rough shape. This one in particular is just absolutely roached. So yep, we'll get that fixed. The nice part of the boating community is that people are always willing to lend you tools. So I didn't have any snap ring pliers. I have them on order. They hadn't come in yet, so I was able to get them from one of our neighbors, and voila, get to take things out now. Boom. All right, these are definitely toast. I should put the cloth there in case something flies. Tends to be how things go. They gave me 2 unloader valves. I'm not quite sure where those go. I'm gonna have to look inside the compressor some more, see if I find them. I'll call Ian back. In fact, I'll go ahead and text him.
And we don't have any toilets.
So Brian and Kathy came over from Vessel Lorena, and they're world travelers, man. They've been all over the place. Oh yeah, that is terrible. That thing is hung up. I'll go ahead and text Ian real quick here. Okay, so I've gotten all the rings and valves out, caps. Some of the rings had snapped. Some of these were corroded. This is why the compressor wasn't working. So tomorrow we'll take it over to the boathouse, have them sandblast it, polish it, and then I'll put Humpty back together again. Okay, the parts are back. They look great. A guy named Tyler Van Camp out of Beaufort, South Carolina, sandblasted these for me in under an hour. I've already got one valve in there, so it works good. Now we'll put the other valve here. These are the intake valves first, and then we'll flip it over and do the exhaust valves, and then we'll be able to start putting Humpty back together again. So very encouraged with how well it's going here. Hopefully that will continue. So what we do is we drop in this plate and this crazy spring that's conical. I found it helps a little bit just to bend this top part in a little bit. Otherwise it gets caught in that C-clip. Comes around here, gets caught in the C-clip. I noticed that on the ones we took out, one of them was caught in there. That probably caused problems over time too. Push on down like this, and then of course you have to, you know, finesse the C-clip into place with the C-clip tool. So that'll be what I work on next. I need good light for that because it just works better that way. Pretty close now. There you go. It's in. Run it. Okay, I went in a little bit too far. You can see there's a little slot in there that this thing's supposed to fit in, and so that's what I go for. Ugh, hard to see it without good light. Here we go. Come out there. I heard the click. There we go. All the way around. Looks good. Flip it over. Both valves. I have to rinse and repeat over here now. Here we go. Let's take a peek down in here.
Alright, she's doing great. She's pumping. She's pumping good. Sounds nice. Sounds really good. As it works its way up higher, we'll continue to do leak checks. Seeing a leak on the very back there. I have to fix that. That is some kind of nut back there. We'll get that. That's fine. Everything else looks good. Making progress up to 90 psi. Now that's where she stalled last time, but that's because the valves were shot. So we're looking for an auto shut off somewhere around 120 or so. This pump doesn't have quite the volume of the Quincy pump back here. The Quincy pump will fill the system up in like 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes. This one takes more like 7 minutes. But I talked to the folks who make these. They said that's not an issue, that running it for 5 to 10 minutes on about a 2-hour cycle is considered light duty, which surprised me. I thought that would be considered a heavier duty cycle, but they're happy with it. So it's about 100 up here at the pump, you can see. And I believe I had that thing set just about 120. It doesn't trigger by 120. I'll just pull the plug on it, make an adjustment. Beautiful. She tripped off at about 115, 118. Heard the unloader hiss. That's something I've become more aware of. And that's great news. We have toilets again. Hooray. That's fantastic. So we finished with a good day on Encore 5. In the end, what I learned was about every 5 years you need to take these compressors apart and change the valves out. It's a really easy job, especially if you can find a good powder coater somewhere that can definitely do the sandblasting for you on the heads and clean them up real nice like we had. So we were real fortunate to have Tyler on board. If you ever need powder coating in the Beaufort, Hilton Head area, even up to southern Charleston, man, look him up, and I'll try to post his phone numbers and stuff at the end. So many thanks to him, many thanks to Ian at Pacific Air Compressors, who guided me through many questions I had, isolating the problem. So great all-around effort.
Well, nothing better than heading out on a sunset tour with some customers and my fellow guide Max, who I really enjoy working with. And it just feels good to know that the compressor's in there working great. Michelle has toilets that are working, and the storms are all west of us, so it should be a fine evening out on the water, which anybody will tell you any time on the water is a great day.